Ready?
We are now live. Hello, everyone. Oh. Sorry.
Hello. That's all right. I was just putting my stones out. So, yeah,
we
well,
all are in for a treat today. We have the wonderful Sharon Lee from Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot with us today. I always enjoy working with you, Sharon, and I'm glad to have you on my channel, finally.
I love working with you, Kevin. I think we've got very compatible energies. We seem to connect with each other very well.
I agree.
Oh, I think I got a smudge with my lipstick. Yeah, and when we were on with Tarot Stash last Saturday night, oh my God, that connection, that three-way connection was even higher. But we do really well together too. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm so thrilled you invited me on your channel.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what are we up to today, Kevin?
Well, today we're going to answer some political, world event, spiritual questions. So if you all have any questions, go ahead and write them in the comments so I can star them. You can write them in all caps and with maybe a heart emoji just so it catches my attention a little bit. Hey, Sonia, how are you?
Sonia!
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
All right.
I don't know if EQ caught that compliment I gave her, but boy, is she ever looking good. And I wasn't coming on to her. I just was saying, she's looking amazing. Of course, you always look amazing, Sonia.
Yes. Well, I'm going to say hello to the chat real quick. Hello, Anna Banana.
Sure.
Stacey Star, Sharon Sipe, Chris. Hello, Sherry H, T-Barb, Michelle Mybell, Patty G, Heather with Indigo Chrysalis Tarot, Carrie G, KS, I think Teresa. All right, that's everyone. Hello, Lauren. I hope everyone's doing well today. All right. And I'm going to just post this right here. So if anybody has a question, please submit it. Like I said, me and Sharon are doing political, world event, spiritual questions. And
yes.
Go ahead and star some of those.
I like doing the political as well.
Yeah, me too. I do enjoy the personal too, but I've kind of realized through experience I don't like to mix the two on the same video. So.
No. So that's why I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful on her. Yes, right, Anna Banana. But EQ's been losing weight. She's just, whoa, I don't know what she's doing, but she seems to be losing it pretty quickly. But yeah, she just looked amazing.
All right.
Oh, and weren't they on fire last night, Kevin? Oh my God.
Yeah, I jumped in, I think, towards the end, but yeah, they were getting really strong hits.
Yep. That was really amazing. That's wow. I'm thinking of maybe taking Debbie's course again. Of course, this one is longer. It's for 10 weeks. I think I'd like to take it again and just do some more practicing because I need to practice. I mean, I get flashes of things, which is fine. I get things in what do you call it? Metaphors.
Mm-hmm.
I see a picture and then have to interpret it. So I do fine, but I would love to do the hits they were doing. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, and for me, it's pretty new too. I mean, my connection and channeling my guides and for my information, all that really got really developed after I took my Reiki class and got that attunement.
Right.
It really helps with raising your vibrations, and I feel like since then, my connection, I'm not just used to just doing tarot. The connection's a lot stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like tuning in as well. And then the tarot just backs it up.
Yeah, kind of get like, the tarot kind of elaborates the story a little bit more, gives you a little bit more
detail. Exactly. Yeah, it flushes it out. There was a question here from I think it was T-Barb, and I'm not understanding it. It says, please look at the goodwill happens because Stacey Abrams didn't show. What is she talking about?
I have somebody send a question that I starred that's about Stacey Abrams. I guess today he was I think speaking in Georgia for the voters' rights.
Sorry, who's he?
Biden. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
And I guess
I figured it was Biden, but
show up.
Oh yeah, you got a few questions here.
Yeah, I think I got that
North
right.
Korea shot a missile today.
Yeah, I got that one started.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, everybody's loving Sonia's reading last night. I'm glad that
it was just absolutely amazing. And EQ had me crying. So emotional.
Yeah, I caught it at, I think, the last question, so I didn't catch too much of it, but it's wonderful.
Oh, you should see the one. It was a reading for, who was it now? Oh, it was a reading for Medium Kim, her husband. Yeah, and her husband, EQ was blown over by the energy of their love together, their bond. It was just, she was really having to try to compose herself, and then finally she just lost it. She had to go away and recover. Yeah, really emotional, but just an incredible love that she was feeling. I mean, I was feeling, some of it, but she was really feeling it.
Yeah, and I love Kim's energy. I mean, when I watch her videos, it's just like this angelic aura around her. There's so much angelic energy.
Yes. I think also too, it must be easier to connect to her energy and then to whoever's come in. I bet it's, yeah. Yes, Sonia says the energy was definitely strong last night. It was incredible. Yes, it did on a banana. That energy was so strong it seeped through the internet in waves. Yeah, I definitely felt it, but again, not as extremely as EQ was.
All right, Sharon, are you ready for our first question?
Oh, I'm ready. I am ready.
So, not particularly my favorite person to read on, but people want to know.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Why is Kanye West visiting Russia to meet Putin? And I saw this earlier before, because I think this is our first question sent. And so I was just kind of picking it up a little bit. I feel like Putin called Kanye in for a meeting. I don't feel like it was Kanye really requesting a meeting with Putin. I feel like it was the other way around. And I kind of feel like, since Kanye ran last time, I think Putin just realized that Trump doesn't have a chance at actually running again. So he wants somebody else that's a little unstable, that's going to bring some chaos. So I'm thinking that's what the meeting's about, but I'm interested to throw some cards on it.
I also wondered if he was having Kanye go to Russia because Trump, it would look really weird if Trump went there.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he's just going as a, his, what do you call that? Not as his protege, his, going in his stead, but there's a term for that.
Like a puppet?
Well, no, not puppet. It was, yeah, exactly. I wonder if he's just being go-between, but proxy. Is the name proxy? Sending him as his proxy. Yeah.
Well,
let's see.
It'll be interesting to see if he has any Trump cards in his spread.
Yeah. Okay. So the snow is finally melting around here.
Oh, did you get a lot of snow?
Yeah, just going to tune in. Yeah, for these parts, it was a lot of snow.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya and JR. Stephanie.
Yeah, I don't feel that he thinks Kanye is strong enough to be elected. I think he is going there for Trump.
Mm.
Release the GOP. Oh, George says you're looking tired, Kevin.
You saw that.
Well, you're still getting over that flu.
Yeah, I feel a lot better from it. I do have like a little bit of a residual cough, but besides that, I feel much better. I don't rest the best at night, so sometimes I come across a little tired. But I appreciate the concern, George. Yeah, I agree, Patty G. He's a joke.
Okay. All right. I'm going to need to cut again. All right, I'll cut again.
Of course, Heather. Yeah, I am all supportive to other readers and, whatever.
Absolutely, yes. I know Lisa and I are that way too, and I'm like that on my channel as well. We don't have this cliquey thing going on where you can't do any cards. I think no, because I'm encouraging people to practice, or other readers just what their input is, but also it's good for folks to practice too. I mean, that's how when I started learning tarot, that's what I did. I watched the political readers and I would practice.
And I like it too because there's sometimes it's just like with doing other collabs with other readers. There's sometimes where there's something that somebody else is picking up that maybe we weren't picking up to elaborate to the story. So yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Hey, Snow Wolf. And Kathy.
Now I'm wondering, do we actually know that Conway was going to visit Putin, or was he just going to Russia?
I'm not entirely sure. I hadn't heard about it until I saw Patty's question.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Snow Wolf. Michelle. Nice to see you too. And Sharon Sipes, of course. I swear Sharon Sipes has clones. I swear she's got this big, huge warehouse with all these monitors going, and she's got clones sitting at them, and she's on the pulse of everything.
She's got like a million tabs opened up in her browser.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I just want to. Why don't you go ahead? I'm just going to throw a few clarifiers here.
Okay. Well, I'm just still kind of reading, but there's definitely some mystery to why Kanye is going to Russia, and I do feel like he is meeting with Putin because they're talking of a partnership. So a mystery partnership between the two. I do feel like it has something to do with Kanye trying to run for president again because the energy crossing is the 4 of Wands. And for me, that's in the traditional deck, it's a White House in the back. And trying to build that momentum, that communication with that election. He's definitely making a deal with the devil because at the bottom of the deck, I get the devil with the justice card. So, the energy is rebalancing, but not for the good.
It just hit me that maybe Conway, but maybe pull some votes from
the Democrats. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too.
Yeah.
I think
so
that was
headline
their hope in the last election too.
Yeah. The headline says Kanye West is going to Russia to meet with my something build business empire.
I see it definitely a relationship between the two of them, and it's
Yeah.
getting some in mystery. And I think it has to do with his election in the
Well, yeah, I
future.
mean, I see them teaming up here with the 3 of Cups. So, okay, I'm just going to clarify. But I'm getting some, yes cards are definitely meeting. I've got 2 aces.
Thanks, Stephanie. Above, I got the Ace of Wands. So I think that's his inspirations, his passions, and I clarified that 9 of Cups. So I think he's trying to make his ambitions, his wish coming true. And in the future,
9 of Cups here too.
I do see that this meeting being revealed with the sun, illuminating what this meeting's about, and it's big. There's a big plan in place with the Wheel of Fortune clarifying. At the bottom of the deck, I am getting he is receiving a financial offer, so I would not be surprised if he's making money from this trip.
Ace of Pentacles as well here. Gosh, we've got 3 cards in common.
And it's interesting, too, because I feel like this isn't the first time he's talked to Putin, because in the past, I got the 3 of Wands, planning overseas, and I got my Russia card clarifying it with the Empress, Mother Russia. So whatever he's up to, I don't think it's for good, but I definitely think he's trying to start a communication and a partnership with Putin for a future run, is what I'm picking up from these cards.
Right. What's this one? Yeah. Okay. So are you finished?
Yeah, I'm all finished. What are you picking up?
Okay. Well, I got the same thing. I got the Ace of Wands. So yeah, I think right. It's something to do with the election. They are planning something. This is the energy of the reading. And then I got another yes. The Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, there's some offer there. Yeah. And I think Putin is encouraging him to run. Here's the Chariot. And this was a strategy meeting. This is the 2 of Wands. They're making plans. Now the Page of Swords, I'm getting that from that, because the Page of Swords he's very mature. I'm just wondering if maybe he's just a little bit of a spy in the camp. I think maybe passing information back and forth. But I also get from this that Conway, Putin's thinking that Conway can pull in that younger vote, maybe from the Dems. Just
and maybe
enough
the African American votes from the Dems too.
Exactly. So maybe just trying to put a spanner in the works there.
Yeah.
And of course, and they're definitely, they're working on something together for sure. And I think Putin's seeing Trump is just too burdened with other things to be able to pull it off. Yeah. And then I got the 9 of Cups.
I had that above could be too.
It's funny. I don't do an actual spread. I just pull these cards. I'm guided to how many cards to pull, and just the story reveals itself. But anyways, the 9 of Cups. I think he really wants Putin really wants to keep the money things going. Yeah, I mean he's greedy, right? And
he likes that imbalance too. He wants the U.S.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Unstable.
That too. Yeah, he wants the U.S. to be burdened. So, okay. And under the Chariot, I got the 6 of Wands. Yeah. So he's trying to help him since the GOP victory. And of course, it's working the 5 of Wands to have the Dems lose some votes. Yeah. So, Putin knows that Conway is a fool, but he's got his uses. He figures, and then further clarifying the Three of Wands. See how in this card the water's,
Yeah.
being held back. I think he's trying to hold back the Democratic tidal wave that he thinks is going to happen. I don't think this plan's going to work anyway.
Oh, I don't either.
Oh, look, Heather gets the Chariot, Three of Cups, and Six of Cups. So, well, yeah. So she
I
shares
agree, Snow
two cards there with me.
Snow Wolf saying, I am getting Putin will not be able to do much.
Oh, no.
And not only because
No.
that, but I see Putin going. He's leaving.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think he's got an X marked on his head,
Yeah, for sure.
on his back.
I was picking up.
I think
I was picking up that the meeting between them, it is about his presidential run, but I think Putin's also telling Kanye that if he accepts his help, he's going to help him out financially with his business and
right.
help expand that into Russia.
Putin's got and Putin's got buckets of money. So yeah, he's, as I said, he's Nine of Cups. He's greedy. He wants to, wants to make money together with him. So.
And Kanye's just very unbalanced energy. He's very unstable.
Oh, very, very, very. So, it may have more to do with business than anything, but again, Conway could pull some votes from the Dems.
Yeah.
Hey, Debsy's in the house. Didn't you feel the energy change right away?
Debsy's always
the naughty girl is here. Yeah. My other nasty woman there. Well, thank you, Patty G, for the question. But I just can't, I can't believe.
I think I need a sage after that because it's going to give me a little bit of a migraine.
Oh, it is.
Not a great energy to tap into that.
I'm gonna clear. I do my rose water. Oh.
But no, very interesting. I hadn't known that he was going to Russia until I got that question, so it must be new.
No, I didn't know either. That's really, I just can't believe it. God.
I've been trying to really limit my news.
Want to hook up with these idiots?
I think he just likes to.
I mean, again, I think it's just the instability thing because Trump's not bright. Conway's not bright. Like
somebody that's easy to manipulate.
I think exactly, and I think Putin's just having a laugh.
Yeah.
Let's see how much trouble I can stir up here. All right.
Well, I did see that this meeting, it would be revealed with the sun in the future. So I think there's going to be some light shared onto it.
Oh, good. Yeah.
All right. Yes. Thank you for that question, Patty.
That Page of Swords, a spy in the camp. Yeah, I think maybe something's going to be leaked.
Or there's a whistleblower, somebody leaking that information.
Well, Debsy, I agree. I don't know why, Putin would, unless it's just as Kevin says, the business angle. Debsy says Kanye isn't a useful idiot for Putin. He's more unstable than Rumpel, but much. Yeah, I agree. So, yeah. Okay.
Well, KS asked the question. She wants to know, will the Trump family lose Mar-a-Lago after Donald passes? And I think it's going to happen before. I think it's going to happen either this year or next year.
Yeah,
with the New York investigation on the Trump work, I see them freezing assets, and he will be forced to sell assets. And I think Mar-a-Lago will be one of the first to go.
Yeah, I think so too. But see what the cards say, and I'll tune in here too.
No prayers to your mother, T-Barb. I think she'll be okay.
Didn't realize I was muted there. Yeah, I'm sending healing energy to T-Barb's mom. And also, people in the chat, we need to send some good energy to, Arlene McMahon. Her stepmother had a heart attack. And so, yeah. And then she got an infection from the hospital. And the reason we haven't heard from Arlene McMahon is because she's looking after her dad, and there's no internet at her dad's place. But yeah,
lots of love and light to her mom.
That her family, some love and light to her family. So okay, I did see when I looked, I saw Trump hammering in a for sale sign, and he was mad. He was taking, and he was not happy,
having a tantrum.
And then he turns to whoever's in charge of selling it. You better get a good price for your dad.
The funny thing about it is, I know so many people in the community want justice for Trump, and I've never seen him going to jail. But I think the thing that would hurt Trump even more than going to jail is losing everything, losing all that money and power. And that's what I see happening.
Yes, absolutely. I've felt that all along as well, Kevin. Thank you, T-Barb. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah. Oh, and on the note, Kathy did message me earlier and said her surgery outpatient went well today. So that's good.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think she messaged me and I wasn't able to. I was fooling around with the modem.
Yeah, I think they did her right leg, and I think she has another outpatient surgery in a couple weeks for the left. So, but I'm glad that went well for her.
So I'm using the Crow deck for this.
Oh, yes. Just what they deserve.
Just what they deserve. Okay. Yeah, I've got, as the energy of the reading, the Eight of Cups. He has to walk away from his money.
Yeah.
He has to walk away from Mar-a-Lago. Yep. Oh, he's got a lot of lost cards here. Wow. Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, the energy of the reading is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, he's having to walk away from Mar-a-Lago, as I feel strongly it's going to happen before he dies, because he's got so many legal cases against him, and as you said, the New York case is
that's where I really
going to bleed him dry.
Trouble.
Oh yeah, really in trouble, and the Two of Wands. Yeah, he's making plans to try to shore up his legal funds and stuff like that. Although the GOP is helping him out there a lot. Then I see the Five of Wands, so that's a lot of bickering, but also loss. I think this is him, and this is the kids and the people around him. There's a lot of bickering, but the Six of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. He's going to have to. He can't sit on the nest egg anymore. He has to pay his taxes and his legal fees. And then it's Five of Swords. So there's more loss. He's not going to be able to get away with stealing, because he hasn't been paying his taxes all these years. And the Fool, he's going to be left high and dry.
Yeah.
So, he's going to have a new chapter in his life, and it's going to be pretty poor. I'm just looking at this here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see some things going up in flames here. Anyways, I think it's going to happen before he dies, and he's not going to be happy about putting that for sale sign up, but it's inevitable.
Right.
Yeah.
And not that I'm one to predict somebody passing, but I've always felt 2023 or 2024 for Trump. I don't feel like it's too far off. But we're going to see, especially with the New York investigation, really starting to build momentum in 2022. What I got for the question, for my answer with the cards, is the Ten of Pentacles in the middle. So that's that family money, that all that power, and the family's money, and the energy crossing. It's the Two of Pentacles. So it's unbalanced. It's juggling. So it's going from having all this money to losing it. I didn't get quite as much like sadness or fighting stress cards like you did, but I did get below. I see them very disappointed and crying over spilt milk, having a pity party for himself. And above, I'm getting the heartbreak card. So in his past was that abundance, financial security. And I get the Nine of Swords. So very anxious of losing it all. It's not looking good from these cards. I'll definitely say that.
Yeah. You know what? I did throw more cards, and then I threw a few more because the story continues after the Fool. He is forced to make this decision. The Two of Swords. He's being forced, and here he is, the King of Pentacles. That's my card for Trump, but he's being weighed down by all those lawsuits and people wanting money from him. And the Queen of Cups, he's going to be very, very, very depressed and emotional about this. And then he's got another 5 card, the 5 of Cups. Lost there too. So yeah, not looking good.
Yeah, I agree. I think their whole family is going to lose all of their fortune.
Yeah.
Even the kids. The ones that don't go to jail aren't going to have a penny to piss in, or a pot to piss in.
Yeah, right. Oh, thank you, JR. That's really nice of you. Yeah, please.
Well, thanks.
If the feeling moves you, please donate to Kevin's channel using his PayPal. So
they're always
that's
appreciated.
Fantastic.
To help support the channel.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Sheila. Nice to see you. Sheila from Inquisitive Tarot. Boy, I really enjoyed Sheila. I really enjoyed that interview with is it Ange? Is that how you say her name? The Tani Trinkets.
Oh yeah,
Tarot, I think her name is.
I missed it. I have it on my watch.
A fellow. Yeah. It was a good interview, and I really like Ange's energy, and she's a fellow Canadian. It's nice to see more Canadians coming on the scene. So
yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah.
All right. And also, everyone, if you do have a question, I have some starred here, but you can write them in all caps with a heart emoji, and I'll try to star them so we can get to it. All right. So this was the Stacey Abrams question. Anna Banana says, Stacey Abrams snubs Biden. Is this a political move to tap into moderate Republicans or to increase Michelle Obama's voter registration status? I don't feel like it's either, to be honest with you.
So how is she snubbing Biden?
I think he was speaking in Georgia about voters' rights, which is something that Stacey Abrams is really vocal about. And I guess she didn't attend. So some people are feeling that she snubbed Biden. But I don't feel that there's a rift between them. I feel like she wasn't able to make it for some reason. I'm not seeing it as, something to get Republican support, or I don't see Michelle Obama running for president as much as I would like to.
No. Oh, no. She was so glad when they were done, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that
private life. But...
I think out of all of the Democrats, if Michelle Obama were to run for president, she would be the top choice. She's so loved by Democrats.
Oh yeah,
but she has no interest in a
smart woman
political office. it's not really her thing. And she's
No.
lived with it for so long, being the first lady, and
Exactly.
all the attacks,
Yeah.
and how nasty the Republicans treated Obama while he was in office.
Yeah.
I don't think she has
And also,
any
I didn't get that
interest.
she was a registration for running. I agree with Anna Banana here. She said, no, Michelle Obama started voters registration organization. Yeah. So I see that she's working closely with Stacey Abrams on that. Pledges to register 1 million voters before midterms. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wonder what that was about. Let me tune in and see what happened here. Okay. I'm going to use a different deck.
I see some people in the chat have said that she had another meeting, which is what I was picking up. She had some other she had another appointment to make, or it was already planned.
Yeah, that's what I saw. And I saw her with a magnifying glass. They're really talking about the details. It was really important stuff that she was doing. I also got the feeling that she wasn't snubbing Biden at all. She was allowing him to have the limelight.
Oh, nice.
But of course, but no, she was busy doing something else. And as I said, very intense, whatever it was. She had a magnifying glass and she was really looking at the details. So I think it's more that.
Yeah, I wasn't
Let me
feeling
look in the cards, see what the cards say. No, I wasn't feeling at all a snub from her. She's just really busy. Okay, I'm just going to mute myself while I'm shuffling.
Okay.
I agree, Debsy. I think Michelle, politics, you're right, took so much from her family life, and she's enjoying life after the White House stint. Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I feel with her too. Yeah.
I saw her speaking to a group of people, so I think she had her own meeting. She had her own speech or her own meeting going on at the same time.
GR, thanks for the plug for my channel. Yes, please go and subscribe. I still have Lisa and I still have our channel together, Nasty Women on Tarot. In fact, we're on today, Kevin, our usual stint, Tuesdays at 4 o'clock Pacific. So you'll see me later. And we never know what's going to happen. We just never know what's going to happen.
It's always a fun time.
Well, I don't want to do another marathon like last week. That's, it's funny. I hang on pretty long, but I didn't hang on as long as they did. I think about an hour less than they did. Was it 11 hours or something? Something ridiculous. But, when Sonia and EQ and Lisa and I get together, that's the way. What you were seeing was just basically us, partying. We do that maybe, I don't know. We haven't done it for a while. Maybe once every 3 months we'll do kind of an all-nighter thing like that. Yes, I will, Debsy. I will tell Arlene that everyone sends their love and healing vibes to her family. She says her mom is a fighter. Her stepmom is a fighter.
Yeah, I definitely see her communicating. And I agree, Sharon. It does feel like it was kind of heavy because she's standing her ground above. I got that with the 8 of Wands, which is communication and her being stern on whatever it is. And I kind of feel like it might have been her own speech on voters' rights. or
Her own what?
yeah,
Sorry.
her own speech on voter rights, because she's
Oh,
very
okay.
passionate and is very outspoken
Oh,
about
yeah.
getting people out to vote.
She's
That's her
such a good
passion.
speaker. She is such a good speaker.
Yeah.
She's such an asset for the Dems.
Yeah, and I see that here too with the judgment card, that announcement of speaking with the Page of Swords, so sharing her ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I do think, and it's interesting that it came in her cards, but I do think there is a very strong possibility that she will be president one day. Because I got the Queen of Cups, which is how she's coming across in this spread, with the Emperor, so the ruler. You see, we're talking, trying to change people's perspective with the Hangman. So there's something.
Yeah.
She's trying to change people's minds, and I think she's doing a lot of that behind the scenes.
I've got the World card. She's trying to change things.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in these cards where it was a personal snub.
No, I don't either. Shall I go?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I get, the energy of the reading is, here's the Knight of Wands, and I see that as her view of Biden. He's so great. He's fine on his own. Like, she was not worried about that. But she's so busy. I got the two of Pentacles came up upside down. Here, juggling everything, but she couldn't. She just couldn't. She had to be where she needed to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, she had to be out. She had to go outside. It's something she had to take care of. And what she's doing is definitely going to take the United States into smoother waters, getting more voters registered and that sort of thing. I mean, here's the tower. Yeah, exactly. Here's the tower, but I don't see that as a bad card. I see that they're just trying to, America's been, blown up.
Yeah.
It's in the last 5 years. It's just been awful. And so what they're doing is they're rebuilding. They're rebuilding their base and trying to get those voters. And the Sun card. So she's trying to have that democratic victory. So, and trying to keep democracy in place by getting those voters registered. So I don't see any bad cards here at all. In fact, here's the Moon card, but I don't feel there's secrets like people are thinking there's something sinister going on, and there isn't. She is just so busy trying to change the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't get any bad things there. I can see how the optics could go that way, but it's not what's happening.
Yeah, and I agree with you too that she was trying not to steal any of Biden's thunder with his
yeah.
So it was kind of like a closed door private meeting or speech that she was giving.
Yeah.
I was feeling.
Yeah, I definitely saw that I saw her standing behind him and off to the side, and that was the feeling. She didn't want to steal his thunder. Yeah. But she's a busy lady. Busy. And yeah.
She's working
and I agree.
really hard
I think
to
somewhere
get $1 million.
I think sometime down. Yeah. I think sometime down the road. I just got a flash because was it Linda G or some other readers say that she is the reincarnation of George Washington. And I just got a flash of him, in the, what is it, that big canoe or that big boat where he's standing at
when he's
standing at the bow.
Potomac River.
Yeah. And I just had a flash of that. Like she's gonna be doing that again. She's gonna be leading again. So just not her time yet.
What's really interesting is I never, I think it was Linda G that saw that, but I also saw Pete Buttigieg as a founding father, and I felt like Benjamin Franklin vibes from him. So I think we can expect a lot for him in the future. I don't know about president.
I've always gotten good vibes from him, and I don't hear anything about him, and he's just working quite hard. So I mean, he's not getting into any scandals or anything. He's
Right.
he's working hard. He's got his nose to the grindstone. So no news is good news. I think he's a real
Right.
asset to be in the Biden. Yeah,
I think so too.
he's a real asset to be in Biden's cabinet. So
I've also felt too, and I know Kathy has said this, I do feel like a different position for him in 2024 when Biden gets reelected.
oh
Kathy's
yeah,
feeling Secretary of State, and I could totally see that. But I do see him as a
isn't
vice
it?
president in the future.
Do you know what? As soon as you said that, that's what I saw him doing.
Hmm. They're trying to build him
Wow,
up and get him that experience he needs
exactly.
to run for president and to be a leader.
Yeah, I'm almost feeling it's not going to be right away. Like it might not even be after the election of 2024.
It might be
It
after that.
might be it might be after that. Like someone is in there and then they switch him in for some reason. But yeah, he's so articulate
Hmm.
and so diplomatic. I can see him being Secretary of State for sure. I mean, he's
Yeah,
a
for
smart
sure.
guy. He's
Yeah,
really a
very
smart guy.
smart.
So yeah. Okay. Loving this. I don't get to do political readings that much, and I like doing them as
Going to
well.
change up the pace.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right. I think I have 3 more questions right now. So if anybody has a question, please submit it in all caps. Indigo Heather asks, what is North Korea up to? They shot a missile today, delayed outbound flights for several minutes. I hadn't heard of that.
Okay, let me look. And I'm gonna use the crow deck for those guys.
Right. You know what I was just picking up too is we haven't heard about North Korea in a while, and I feel like they're really trying to, give themselves some relevancy.
Yeah, I thought that too. Like, we're still here. We're still
Yeah,
here.
it doesn't seem like it's anything big or
No.
anything. I think they just wanted to catch somebody's attention, just to let people know that they're so relevant.
No, his sister took over. We haven't really heard anything.
Well, we haven't heard that his sister's calling the shots yet either, but I agree.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they will. I think that they're really nervous about a woman being in charge, especially with their military. If they would respect a woman
Right.
leader, I think that that's their issue, and that's why we haven't heard it.
That
But
makes
she is
sense.
calling the
Yeah.
shots, and they have that
Oh,
body
yeah.
double of Kim Jong Un in there, is what I've felt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's
Yeah, me
clearly
too.
not Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, I agree, Debsy. North Korea is in cahoots with Putin. They're trying to remind people that they are a threat. Yeah, they are a
Yeah.
threat. Okay. I can't remember if I tuned in or not. Let me tune in. Yeah, I just saw it as we're here. We can still cause some chaos, but I saw it as a dart into the arse and butt cheek of the United States. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, what was that? But not to worry.
Yeah, trying to come across as a big shot, but I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
feeling
it's
anything
a
with it.
dart, but it's just going like we go, oh, well, that was uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
just take it out. Is that all you can do?
Yeah, I agree, Aspie. Aspie said that she read
Yes,
on
I agree too.
Kim Jong Un, and I definitely see his spirit energy
Oh,
and
yeah.
his body is separate.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
do feel like
I
his
feel the
body is
same
still
way.
alive. I feel like he's on life support.
But I think he's moved on.
But yeah, his soul has left his body.
Yeah. Heather gets 2 of Wands. Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands.
Mm.
So how do you interpret that, Heather? Because Two of Wands, yeah.
I kind of picked that up as planning.
Yeah, planning, and the Six of
Showing their
Pentacles.
strength.
Yeah, Six of Pentacles, though, isn't that? Oh, that's balance. It's
Kind of like give and take. It's the
yeah,
donation card.
yeah.
And I think the Six of Wands too is that they kind of want something to celebrate for their people. Like, oh, look what we can do. Look how strong we are.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So the Four of Swords. So we haven't heard of anything from them. They've been, silent. So yeah, they just want to say we're still here. Okay. Let me do some cards here. I'll just mute myself for a second here.
Mm.
Okay. Yes, I can see how. Yeah, that's a pretty good interpretation, Indigo. I completely see that. So the Four of Swords is Jung in comatose, and Six of Wands is them still strutting their power. It's funny you say that, Heather, because I saw him, on the ventilator, but he's left. And I feel almost like his sister is keeping it like that because she wants to stay in power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because I saw that same kind of energy, and I don't get any men in my cards, but there's a clear woman in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can go ahead and go if you're still shuffling.
Yeah, you go ahead. I was reading the.
I'm getting that they feel very isolated right now and irrelevant with this Five of Cups. We haven't heard a lot about them. They've been in the dark lately. And the energy crossing is the Eight of Wands, which to me in this deck, I'm feeling the wands that he's shooting are like the missiles. I get that above that they're trying to come across as strong and victorious. I get the Four of Wands clarified by the Emperor, so they want to come across strong.
Yep.
Because they have felt really trapped, and I think that they haven't been able to make a lot of decisions since he's passed. Because there's not a clear leader. I mean, I think behind the scenes his sister's calling the shots, but it's just. Yep. And I feel like the virus has really affected them over there too. Right now they're at a crossroads. They have a decision to make. And I get the Queen of Cups clarifying that. So are they going to continue where they're at now and not shine too much attention over there with, him not calling the shots? Or do they have the new leader, his sister, come in? They're really anxious about it because at the bottom of the deck, I get the Nine of Swords. So I feel like they haven't been in the news, so they want to make themselves somewhat relevant without causing too much attention to really be shined on them,
Yep. Yeah.
That's what I
agree. Okay, so I got the Crow Tarot here, and the energy of the reading is the Ten of Wands. Yeah, they've really been burdened by COVID-19, and also the fact that the leader is lying on a ventilator, but he's not there. And then Justice. It's not striking me as the regular definition of justice. What I see here, the imagery spoke to me in that this is the sister, and she is a leader, but not quite. The crown isn't on her head.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, she's leading, but it's not official, right?
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
hasn't been put on her head. Yeah. And I think the Hierophant, I think they're just trying to show the world, we're still here and
Mm.
we can do some damage, the Ten of Swords. And the Emperor, they're just trying to say, look, we're still here.
I had that too.
We're still a
Yeah.
force. Queen of Cups.
That's how she came across in my deck.
Oh, okay. So that's her. All right. I wasn't sure
Maybe
what
a
that
water
was. You're
sign.
right. That's her. And of course she's in cahoots with Russia. There's in China as well.
Yeah.
There's some sort of partnership there. And that a lot has happened to their country. It's not good. But they also want to I don't think they're a threat. They're not a threat.
Yeah.
They've got too much of their own problems. They're just, as I
No.
say, a thorn in the side.
What I was picking up too when you had the Ten of Wands and where it was explaining it is, I think there's a famine or there's a food shortage over there too, because I
Yeah.
think they've been struggling with that.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of problems. Definitely. And that's why that's what the tower said to me. It's definitely they've got a lot going on. Those poor people.
Right.
I mean, there's been food shortages for years there.
When they're so brainwashed and
Yes.
they have that mentality because because if they speak up against it, their government will get them. I mean, they
exactly. Can you imagine living in that country?
No.
I mean, I have to say, as a Canadian, I'm glad I'm not in the U.S. I mean, it's craziness. It will change, but I'm really happy I'm not. My sister's in the U.S. with her husband. They're both Canadian, and they just shake their heads.
Yeah.
In fact, they were in a neighborhood in Nebraska. Really lovely neighborhood. People that they would have barbecues together. They would help each other. It was just a really great community. And then when Trump came on the scene, it has divided everybody on that block. Mostly Trumpers and COVID. She said COVID. Her husband, who's a really bright guy, he's a member of Mensa's. He knew COVID-19 was coming much earlier than everybody else, and he was trying to give everybody warning. He says, "You have no idea. There's this really bad virus out there." So, anyways, they ended up moving actually, so to another state.
Well, if I don't see this at all, but if Trump ever does become president, or we have Kanye as president, I might need to move in with Sharon.
Okay. You can couch surf here.
Okay.
All right.
I don't see it.
You can pitch your tent. I have two tenting pads here. You can yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's such a shame that Trump had made the U.S. look so weak and was the laughing stock for him.
Yeah. No, on a personal level of people, I mean, except for Trumpers, but on a personal level, I find the Americans really lovely, and I have American friends, so it's not you guys, it's the government, right? Yeah. And the craziness, God, I can't believe that. I worry about the dumbing down of America, and same with Canada as well. I really worry about that. So.
Yeah, and that kind of energy is going all around the world, because you've seen a lot more divisiveness in Canada too, but not quite where you had like a crazy unstable leader. But you're seeing that in places, you have Boris Johnson. There's been a lot of elections in Europe where I think Russia's tried to destabilize a lot of countries, democracy.
Yeah. I think Trump should go to some country or something and, take his Trumpsters with him.
Right.
They can have their cult there, like Jim, was it James? Who's that cult leader? James, when I hear the name Jim Jordan, I think of this guy. something Jordan. But
Something
anyways,
Jordan.
you know, they
I'm
yeah,
not sure.
they all drank the Kool-Aid. This is back in the 80s.
Mm.
They all drank the Kool-Aid and died.
Mm. Yeah, I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I mean, it's been going around for a while. Jim Jones, Debsy says.
Jim Jones. Yes, thanks, Debsy. Jim
I'm not sure who
Jones.
that is.
Oh, he was a cult leader,
Yeah.
and he he literally gave out this spiked Kool-Aid to his followers, and they all en masse suicide.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Debsy says she's never really paid attention to politics before Trump.
yeah.
She said, "I'm not sure if I should thank him or smack him." I think it's a bit of both. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and it
know,
really was a
when this
wake-up call for a lot of people to,
exactly. I hang on to when I heard him say, you know, this is early on when he was running. In fact, I think even just running for the nomination, he said
Mhm.
something about draining the swamp you know, the monsters from the swamp, and I immediately thought, oh, yeah,
Well, and that's
but
what
you know, but
resonated with his base so much. The draining the swamp,
yeah,
let's get rid of career politicians. That's what they really resonated with because, I mean, I
exactly.
can see it in a sense because, with our democracy, it has been a lot of the same and nothing gets done because you have all of these different powers with like the House and the
Hmm.
Senate and the president.
And the
Um,
lobbyists.
right. And, nothing ever changes. There's nothing good for the people coming in and people are tired of that. So I get that on that level, but
Well, on that level, yeah, he really shook things up, and I think it's a blessing in disguise for
yeah,
sure. You know, that people are paying more attention. I think people were not awake, you know?
yeah. And that's why I think, he did well. I don't think he really won, but I think that's why he, came into power, to help wake people up to get
Yeah.
change
Oh,
done.
exactly. Exactly. It really resonated with people. What he ended up doing was exposing all his cronies.
Right.
But plus there's other ones that, you know, there's a few Dems too. So, you know,
Oh yeah,
the
for
Dems
sure.
aren't complete. Yeah. Yeah. So, and you know, I'm hoping that there's going to be more people like AOC, you know, really, yeah, because you know, I think she's waking up the Dems as well.
Hmm.
I think the Dems are far too compliant. I mean, Nancy Pelosi's is great, but you
They
know,
need to
she's
get a
part of the old
spy
guard.
and really play match fire with fire. They just take the Republican attacks and they act like wimps
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly. Well, they're trying to take the high road, but anyways,
No, I get that, but
they do have to. Yeah, I get that too, but they do have to raise. They have to step up. They really
right, the
do.
stakes are too high not to.
Don Broadbent says we've got the ivermectin crowd in rural Canada
Oh
and
wow.
giving it glowing reviews. Yeah, we've got some. Yeah, we've got some people here as well. I mean, I know I taught a teacher next to me. I taught with her, and she and her husband are all into. You know, they were a Trumpster.
Hmm.
I don't think they really are now, but they won't admit it. Um, but and they're anti-vaxxers. So I kind of worry
Yeah.
about her because I love her dearly. You know,
Well, and that's what I
to
mean,
get
that
sick.
divisiveness and, it's going on
Hmm.
everywhere.
Yeah, there is a little bit of
Conspiracy
a
theorists.
groundswell here. The anti-maskers here,
Hmm.
they're feeling really put upon. You know, so but all in all, most of the people where I live, you know, they wear a mask.
Yeah,
It's always been that way. But you know, the new variant Omicron, it's going through here like wildfire. It's the
same.
first time I've heard of friends getting, you know, people that I know that are
It's
getting
almost
it.
like everybody that I know has
So
just had it or is getting sick. I mean, it's crazy here in Ohio.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
And I think I'm just
I've
getting
really
over it
hunkered
too.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. My ex-husband actually was supposed to, he's been here for a while, and he was going to go into town, you know, to the mainland,
Hmm.
to look at a truck for the business. And it turns out his partner his business partner,
Mhm.
phoned and said, I'm feeling kind of under the weather and my wife is sick. I just want to let you know because we're going to be spending because they had to take one vehicle because they were wanting to drive the truck back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, so he asked me, he says, "What do you think?" And I said, "I don't think you should go. Like, they could be spending half a day together in a car, right?"
Yeah, it's not the
So
time. Yeah.
no, don't go ahead. It turns out he's gotten sicker, so I think it was the right call.
Yeah,
Thing
for
is,
sure.
my husband will, my ex-husband probably will be fine, but I'm prone to pneumonia, and that's what concerns me. So,
I think what the hard thing
I
was
mean,
too is a lot of people
any
didn't
virus.
celebrate with their families around around Christmas last year,
Yeah,
and so
right.
people weren't going to let
Yeah, exactly.
the virus get in the way of spending time with family, and that's why it's just exploded
Yeah.
because so many people were together for the holidays.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I flew out to Edmonton to be with my son and daughter-in-law,
Mhm.
and then my other daughter flew from Vancouver. It's just close to me. But we didn't go anywhere. We stayed.
Right.
And also, all of us have been hermits, right? My daughter does
Mhm.
go to the university lab, but whenever she can work at home, she does.
Yeah.
And so we've been really trying to stay. Yeah, I have a very, very small circle. Okay, I've been chatting on.
Good.
So what is this? What is the big financial reset people are referring to in the US? I think that's referring to the stock market is going to it's going to go down,
Hmm.
but it's going to bounce back. It's not going to be as terrible as everybody thinks it's going to be. I mean, it's going to go down, but it's very high anyway.
Right.
It's
It's a
been way
little
too high.
overinflated.
It's been inflated. Yeah,
Mhm.
really inflated. So it actually do need the stock market does need to reset, and I think that's what that's about. The other thing is the talking about the mortgage rates going up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, in the state. So I think there's going to be a flurry of people buying their homes before that happens. So there's a lot going on. But I think that's a big part of it is the stock market. But readers that I've been listening to say it is definitely going to dip, but it's
Mhm.
going to come back. It's going to come back up to a more reasonable level. Like
Yeah.
it's not really a loss because it was so inflated.
Yeah, it was definitely overinflated with when Trump was in office. They were throwing money and money at it. That's why you would see like the drops, but then it would shoot right back up and continue to go up like crazy.
Yes.
They were putting
Yeah.
money into it to make
Yeah.
the economy look like it was so much better, working so much better with him in office than
Yes.
Obama.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It's a house of cards, and
Hmm.
it's got to be. It's going to come down. It's going to have to be rebuilt. On salt, with solid materials, not just cards, right?
Hmm.
Aspie says the market will drop, home prices will drop, and vehicle prices will drop. Yes, yes, vehicles. Yeah, the price of used vehicles has gone way up because
Yeah,
the manufacturers are having a tough time, getting computer chips and
getting in parts
stuff
and
like
all that
that to
around the
build
world.
their cars. Yeah, I bought before I or is it just after? No, before I retired, I got a new car. I got a 2019 car because
Hmm.
I want it to last well into my I tend to hang on to I take care of them, and I tend to hang on to them for a long time. Um, so I'm glad I did because, yeah, I can't believe even, up here, the price of used cars is it's
I have a
crazy.
2012 Kia Forte, and I paid it off a couple of years ago, but it's not the time to buy a car, but I feel like I might need to because it's not running the best
Oh, yeah.
anymore. Actually, my car's in the
Oh,
shop
dear.
right now. So
Yeah. 2014?
2012.
Is that what you said?
It was
Oh,
2012.
2012. Yeah.
So it's like 10
Yeah,
years
to me,
ago.
that's 9 years. I tend to hang on to my cars, like, for 15 years or unless something happens,
Mhm.
like, I had a Ford Focus, and I had to now, stop me, I'm just going off on a tangent here,
Oh, you're
so
fine. You're
Oh,
fine.
okay. Yeah, so, I had a Ford Focus, and I
Mhm.
loved it. It was really sporty and that kind of thing, but it had that transmission problem.
Oh,
And yeah, yeah. Now, mine wasn't as bad as a lot of folks, and I did get it fixed, and it lasted for quite a while, and then it was starting to, I thought, "Uh-oh, it's starting to rear its ugly head
mhm,
again." And, um, and so I mean, I like to take the high road. I was not gonna sell that car privately.
mm.
So, I did trade it in, and one dealership, I laughed at what they offered me. I thought, "No,
Yeah,
I'm out of here."
trying to lowball you.
And then, oh, yeah, and then I, found another dealership. Yeah, quite a bit later, about 6 months later, another dealership, and what I ended up buying was a th this dealership had picked up a half dozen units, of 2019 Ford Escapes,
Okay.
and they were rental cars. The car was
Uh,
only 6 months old. It had 20,000, kilometers, which is a lot less than miles. I think that's 16,000 miles,
mhm.
and, is that right? Anyways, it's 1 point the ratio is 1.6 kilometers to 1 mile.
Okay.
Um, anyways, so of course it looked brand new.
Mm,
The rental companies do really take care of them, and I really got it at a steal. Like,
that's awesome.
it was such a low price. Yeah, it was great. And it's leather. I don't have
Okay.
skylights or anything like that, but it's a nice unit. So,
I like
and
that
I
I
have
don't
to have
have a
four-wheel drive
mortgage
up here
payment.
on the mountain.
Mhm.
Pardon me?
I was just gonna say that I like that I no
Sorry,
longer
you
have
said
a
what?
mortgage payment, but, and
You don't?
I'm happy that I don't,
Wow.
because 'cause I've had it paid off for a couple of
Yeah.
years now, but it's almost to the point where I'm
Wow, good
putting a
for
lot of wear
you.
and tear onto my, Kia Forte because on the weekends, I drive an hour one way to my serving job and then an hour
Mhm.
back. So I put like
Oh,
100
right.
miles a day
Wow.
on those weekends. So it's starting to put some wear and tear
Oh.
on it.
Oh,
And
that's
I
right.
think it's going to get to the point now
Yeah.
where it needs so much work and to keep it going that it's going to cost me just as much as a car payment.
Yeah. Well, with COVID and me being retired and also me, riding my motorcycle a lot,
Hmm.
I put just over 5,000 kilometers this year, uh, on my car, and 5,000 is 3,000 miles.
Okay. So that's not
So
too much.
that's pretty that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I try to use my motorcycle but because I like to, and it
Well, yeah,
saves
and you
on
got all
gas
that
and saves
scenic
on,
views and
wear and
everything
tear.
too.
Oh, it's the best place to go motorcycling here. It's, the mountains, you've got all these twisties, and you've got the
Mhm,
ocean and lakes. I mean, it's so beautiful here. I mean, our motto here, we've had it, I don't know how long it goes back when I was a kid. It was the
mhm.
BC government slogan was beautiful BC.
Yeah.
So beautiful, beautiful British Columbia.
Yeah, I
So
kind
Sherry
of
says,
imagine it just looking so beautiful and, wooded and, in the mountains and all that. I'm
"Oh,
sure it's
it is.
beautiful.
It's so beautiful." Yeah, I have small, low mountains around me, and
Mhm.
of course the forests, and I've got the ocean. Oh, and we have lots of swimming lakes. It's paradise here, but don't tell anybody. We try to. The drawbridge has been pulled up.
Trying to keep that the beautiful place to yourself, not get too many people out there.
Well, it's funny. The people that have the most drawbridge mentality are the ones that just move here, that just retire here. We've
Oh,
got a
yeah.
lot of retirees, but we also have, a lot of artists and producers, a lot of people in the performing,
Mm,
arts, that kind of
like a
thing.
vacation
Actors,
home.
yeah, writers, producers. Well, but just living here, anything, if they can, uh, do anything remote, because we can do so much by remote.
Right.
People are moving here quite a bit. Yeah. So, beautiful place to send your kids to school. That's for sure. So,
Alright.
and my
Well, what
kids
is
were My kids were educated here, and they're both scientists. So,
Oh, nice. I don't know if I feel like a huge reset, but I do. And I'm starting to write down my 2022 predictions, which I'm planning on getting out for everybody next week. So I do have some economy stuff for the U.S. in that. So without going too much into it, I see it's not like a crazy growth for the U.S. economy for the year. It is kind of like up and down, but nothing drastic, or I don't see like a big drop or a big gain. But as it's going up and down, it's steadily climbing. So I feel the summer is going to be really strong for the economy, and I see a lot of stuff with the inflation being reduced and the getting the goods in. So hard for the distribution issues. I see a lot of that stuff being resolved. Sometime in the spring, early summer. And I see things really growing and starting to do good, and it's a lot more steady after that.
right. Yeah.
But I feel when you said the
that.
drop to the stock market, I do feel like there might be a little bit of a drop, maybe a little reset.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
a reset.
crazy, though.
No, it's nothing crazy. I mean, people are thinking that it's going to be, but no, it's not. It just needs reset because it's too high. Tracy says, Tracy, where are you? I know you're Canadian. Are you in Ontario? Tracy says BC is stunning, but I think every province has its hidden treasures. Oh, absolutely. I know in Alberta, one of the things I visited and want to visit again is Drumheller, is where all the dinosaur bones are. There's lots of archaeological digs. Oh, it's really fat. And they got a museum there. It's so much in there that, you can't take it all in.
Now, is Alberta more in the middle
really
of Canada?
Fascinating.
Kind of like plains area?
Yes. Well, yes, that's right. It's next to BC. BC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's the start of the prairies. I mean, you have the Rocky Mountains and you've got some rolling hills, but then you've got some real flat areas too, a lot of farming and that kind of stuff. Oil, of course, oil country too, although they've been hit hard by the pipeline not going through in the US. And it's time we, get away from oil anyway.
Oh, the fossil fuels.
And then there's Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and again there's the real plains as well. And then you've got Ontario, which is on the Canadian Shield, so it's kind of rocky. And beautiful falls there. Wow, just gorgeous when the leaves turn. And then so Tracy is next door to BC. She's in the mountains. Wow. Yeah, so she'd be in the Rockies. It's just gorgeous. I love it when I fly over them. It's just, it's amazing.
Yeah. I've been through the Rocky Mountains. It is really pretty out in Colorado.
They're really pretty, yeah.
I've only been to Toronto when I was in high school. We had a music festival and band there. And of course, Niagara Falls isn't far from me, so I've been there on the Canadian side too.
Oh, right. I took my two daughters and a good friend's daughter, like they consider themselves all cousins. In 2002, I took them across Canada with a van and a tent trailer. And one thing about Toronto and that whole surrounding area, like Mississauga, and I mean, there's all these communities around Toronto. I mean, it's just solid. To me, I felt really smothered, especially coming from this little island,
right?
Really smothered by all the concrete. It was, yeah. And the insects were awful.
Oh, really?
Our insects aren't as big here in BC. So, and there they could carry you away.
All right. Well, I think
Hi, Linda S. Linda Sandoval.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think I have 3 more questions if you fill up to it. We're at like an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, I didn't.
So.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought I was just shooting.
Oh, no.
I didn't know we had.
I enjoy talking with you. It's always really fun.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Yeah. Anytime. Let's do another question.
All right. So we have
Yes, that's right. That's right, Tracy. Montana and Southern Alberta are a lot alike. I've been on that highway to the sky, I think they call it. Yeah, it's wow, it's amazing.
so
Oh,
KS
well,
asked me if Melania will ever remarry. I pity anybody dumb enough to marry her, but
yeah,
it could happen. I do
yeah,
see it remarrying at some point, but I don't know if it's
yeah.
after Donald passes or, it might be as he's starting to lose his money. She wants to, leave with something before it's all gone.
Yeah, I felt it's in the works and she's trying to get money from him before it all goes.
Hmm.
So, but then I don't get how these guys, I mean, he's not a billionaire. He's a,
Right.
minus billionaire. Like how do they still get money? I know that, well, of course they get money from people and grifts and stuff. I
Right.
just don't understand how owing that much money and they are living high in the hog.
Bank. Well, I'm not sure. Well, you know that they've done so many secret deals and stuff like that. That stuff in the shadows.
Mm,
But no, I don't think he's a billionaire. But
yeah. Of
but yeah,
course,
I do
she
see
originally
her
came from
remarrying.
the shadows.
Hmm.
I mean, Jeffrey, well, that guy.
Yeah.
That's
No,
how
and in
that's
all
how
of his
Trump made
private
her.
deals, and I do feel like once he left office too, he did sell some U.S. secrets to foreign countries.
Right.
Lined his pocketbooks by that.
Um, oh, Linda. She calls me beautiful, Sharon Lee. Wow. Give me your phone number later.
Get it,
But
Sharon.
Linda was it Linda or was it Kathy Person? She says, I'm from Vermont and moved to Quebec 6 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, Vermont, you get lovely falls. In Quebec, you get
Yeah.
lovely falls too. I'd like to explore Quebec more for sure. I've been to Quebec City. I've only driven, through the highway through Montreal, but I would love to spend more time there. I especially Quebec City, of course, being an empath, the sense of history there
Hmm.
is absolutely amazing. Whereas here in British Columbia, we're fairly new.
Hmm.
We don't go back to the 1600s. I mean, the First Nations, of course, but we don't. Yeah, we're not we're a pretty young province.
Hmm. Well, and I'm sure that you
Oh,
like it that
Lynn.
way too, so that it's not so, all that nature and everything isn't overpopulated and
Oh,
everything.
yeah. Yeah. There's so much open space here. I mean, it's just amazing. Um, so Linda said her new baby grandson just got out of the incubator. Oh,
Well, that's wonderful.
wow.
Was it a preemie,
Congrats.
Linda? That's
Yeah, it
great.
must have been. Um, Tracy says Quebec has some gorgeous places. Yeah, it really does. I really want to explore that area. I would love to.
Hmm.
I don't know if I would drive out there on my motorcycle. Maybe I would fly it out or rent a motorcycle. But I would love to go through Quebec and then through the Maritimes. That was neat about the trip that we took in the van and the tent
Hmm.
trailer. We went right from BC right across to Nova Scotia. Didn't have enough time to go to Newfoundland, but that's another thing I would like to do.
Mm.
And I've explored some places in Nova Scotia because I was born there, but I was a baby when we came out to the West Coast. And my daughter took her master's at Dalhousie in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So I would go and visit her. So I got to do some exploring there too. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Can't
always
say
nice
enough
to do
about
like
it.
a country road trip and just drive. When I was a kid, my aunt lives in South Dakota, so like in the prairie regions, and in the summer times I would go down and visit with her, and we'd do some road trips. Drove down to like through the mountains in Colorado down to Arizona and to the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone, and yeah, it's always I enjoy traveling and doing road trips, seeing new places.
I do too. I love road trips. Yeah.
All the beautiful.
I'm going to try to take a road trip this summer or this spring, late spring, summer on my motorcycle. But thing is, there's the prairies in between, and although there's lots of neat things to see in the prairies, it's you kind of blast through the prairies. It's pretty
Yeah, I
boring.
agree.
I don't want to
It's a
do that
little
on a
boring.
motorcycle. It's not that they're boring or the province is boring. The highway's boring,
Right.
whereas,
It's all flat land.
BC,
All you see.
it's all, yeah. And BC is all these twists and turns. And so it's really nice, but, yeah, it's lovely. And of course, going down the States, it would be nice if the border opened and this, I always felt that Omicron, I always felt the beginning when I heard about it, went, oh, it's going to go really quickly, but then it's going to burn itself out quickly.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. 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 So I hope.
Thank God it's a much milder. I mean, some people are still getting sick. I think mostly unvaccinated people are still having some, but it's a much milder strain of COVID for the most part.
Linda, she said the last motorcycle trip was from Minnesota to Alaska with my parents, and then we went on the cruise. It was beautiful. Wow, what a trip. That's something I'd like to do too. Yeah, I haven't been up to Alaska yet.
Well, and Alaska in itself is just so massive, but you're probably not too far from it, are you?
No, it's north of us.
Yeah.
It's just north of us.
Well, that's like the region I was thinking that you were living in. I didn't think you were probably too far off from Alaska. But yeah,
well, no, I'm in southern BC. I'm in southwestern BC. I'm in there's what we call the mainland. It's just the main province, but then there's a big island called Vancouver Island, and then there's a series of islands in between. I live on one of the 5 Gulf Islands, and then there's the Northern Gulf Islands. There's lots of islands in between the mainland and Vancouver Island.
Okay,
and the Gulf Islands is an extension of the San Juans. I don't know if you've ever heard of the San Juan Islands in Washington State, but it's just a continuation.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd love to ride down the Coast Pacific Highway. Ride down to California.
Yeah.
I've done it in the car. I just haven't done it on the motorcycle.
Yeah, it'd be really scenic, I think.
Oh, Linda says, we won't regret it, Sharon. It's totally worth it. I bet. Okay, do you have some more questions?
Though. Yeah, I do.
Oh, did we want to say anything more about Melania? I'm saying, I think she's going to marry.
She's going to leave him. I've seen that for a while. I think
yeah.
she starts losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know unless you want to throw cards on it.
I'll throw 3. Like
a couple quick ones.
Is she going to marry again? And
that's interesting. My couple of cards that fell out. It's interesting enough. I think once Melania does leave Trump, I think she's going to leave the U.S.
Oh, I think so too. A lot of pentacles here.
Yeah.
End up drawing 5. Yeah. The energy of the reading is the 8 of Swords. She desperately wants to get out, and we all know that.
Yeah.
I think she wants to get out of the U.S. She wants to leave the orangutan. And the first card is the Sun. So there's a yes. Can't get any more positive than that. And of course, it's all about the money. Right. There you go. 8 of Swords. And this one, the Page of Pentacles, it's all about the money. And Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. She's going to have a new start, a new relationship. She thinks herself as the star, and she's going to, marry into old money. So
yeah, of course.
10 of Pentacles. Yeah.
Well, I got the 8 of Swords
marry
as well.
Some rich guy.
She's been very trapped in this relationship and unhappy.
Oh, yeah.
Not able to make her own decisions. I see her running for the hills, running for a bike to get out of that marriage.
Exactly. Get me out of here.
I had two cards fall out. I got the Three of Wands. So that's where I'm seeing her going overseas, either in Europe or.
Exactly.
And then,
Yeah.
yes, the wheels are turning. Another big relationship, another change in her life. So yeah, I see that as a yes. She will get remarried. Of course, to another wealthy person with power. All right. Well, I think I have one last question for us, Sharon.
Yeah.
And Deb's
The 10 of Pentacles definitely says that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wealthy and with power. Yeah.
Well, Debsy
news.
asked, attorneys for Donald Trump have met in person with Fulton County District Attorney Office in Georgia. Will they be the first to indict him? Oh, that must be something new.
So more of a political indictment versus the New York one, right?
Yeah, he was trying to get who's in charge of elections. I can't think of the position. He was calling somebody to change the votes and was trying to pressure them into it. So they're starting an investigation in that.
Sorry about that. I think I am going to.
I heard now that they won't be the first to indict him. I think New York State will be the first.
Well, there again, New York is on the his financial dealings, like
right, and that's where I really see him
the tax
getting
fraud and all that
too.
kind of stuff. But I see. I think what she's saying, will this be the first kind of politically related indictment?
Oh.
So that's how I'm going to answer it.
Okay. I'm getting a yes that he will be indicted from Georgia with my pendulum.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I didn't look.
Right, Debsy. Debsy says, I don't care who gets him, just somebody get him, to be honest. Yeah. I've always felt it was
exactly.
New York is where he's really in trouble. I don't know if I don't know. No, I don't necessarily feel charges with Georgia, but I think they've been investigating it, and he might get an indictment to testify.
Okay.
I get a definite yes.
I've got a definite yes here. Yeah, I've got the energy reading the Nine of Wands. They're really putting in a lot of effort into this, trying to be creative in how they're going to do this. But they got him on phone calls and stuff like that. I mean, he doesn't have much of a chance. And the first card is, there's Seven of Swords. He tried to steal the votes from Georgia. And the Queen of Cups, I think he's really scared about this one. On the political side, he's very scared about this one.
Yeah.
Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, I see that as the prosecutors there. They're really investigating. They're dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and they're taking a very practical way of going about this. But they're going to get him. And then, of course, here's the yes card is the Ace of Cups. He's going to be pretty emotional about this, but there's the yes card. And, he's the star, but in a wrong way. I see the star actually is this way. He's the main person in trying to steal the White House here. So I see yes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I got the sun to clarify at the center of the reading, which is always a yes.
Yeah, exactly.
What I was getting was I got the death card clarified with the sun card. So definitely there's a change in that energy. Things are being revealed with this investigation with the sun. And I also feel like any of Trump's good days are gone. It's just all stress from here on out. And, indictments and investigations. I got the Knight of...
all this stress. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Sharon.
I was just going to say all the stress, the political stuff that he's going to have to go through, the indictments and stuff, and the financial indictments, and him losing money, and he's going to lose. He's not going to be king of the shit pile for much longer, and I think all of that, and plus not taking care of himself, and not telling the truth and not owning his shit. All that is going to be a perfect storm of him dying soon. I mean,
yeah,
he's not going to last very long.
Well, and he has a lot of issues too, where I don't think he's really in reality anyway. But yeah, all the stress from losing money and everything is going to definitely affect his health. Yeah. And we all know he doesn't eat the best either, eating Big Macs and drinking pints of Diet Coke every day.
And of course, I think his Debsy says, poor Rumple butt much. His days are spent spitting, snorting, and throwing things. Yeah, not good for your health.
No, I see him. I feel like most of the time I tap into him now, like with Biden's speech about Trump and how we kind of went more on the attack with Trump than what we've seen. He was so angry. He literally was having a tantrum, throwing. I saw him take a vase and throw it against the wall. Like he's really angry. Yes. And that's not good for your health.
Yeah. No,
new direction for him, because I got the Knight of Wands as well. It's a change in direction.
I got the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Yeah.
His secrets with the High Priestess will be, there's a light on them with this Ace of Wands clarifying it. And it is about him, all the stress from losing the election and trying to change the results. And I see it actually really ramping up, and we're going to get a lot more news on it with the Chariot in the future. And it's going to make him look very foolish. So I definitely get yes. I don't know if I see charges per se, but I do see indictments.
Say it's not true. Foolish?
Yeah, right.
How could he look even more foolish? I mean, but he will.
Yeah. He's going to show his ass.
He will. Sorry.
You're right, Linda.
Sorry.
King of the ship.
Yes. Yeah.
Sharon, that was fun.
Yeah, and Deb says, honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't stroked out or had an overdose. Yeah, me too. I don't, with all his screaming and throwing things, I'm surprised he hasn't had a stroke, or an aneurysm, right?
Oh, right. I've always felt like with him, his heart definitely is not in good shape. But I'm not sure what, he'll eventually pass from, but I do see a lot of rotting in his gut. So I don't see, and I think it might be cancer, but I think I felt that, he may have a heart attack, and that's, I think, maybe what takes him out.
Right. Gee, now
And
that
he's had a lot
you
of
talk about that,
cognitive decline too.
now that you talk about that, my gut is really being hit here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, I've always felt that
No,
too.
it started before you actually said it.
Before I said it, yeah.
So, oh,
Okay.
Aspie says I could see him going like Elvis, dropping off the toilet. Oh, wouldn't that be that would be perfect. Perfect. Dropping off his golden toilet.
Right. Oh my gosh, Kathy was cracking me up because I was watching her 2022 predictions, and she saw like a
Oh yeah.
mental facility for him, and he was going to
Oh
be in
yeah.
trouble, that he wouldn't have his golden throne to sit on, and talking about golden this or golden that.
Yeah.
I commented in the chat. She didn't see it. I was like, so no more golden showers for Trump?
Yeah, I think he's going to end up in a facility as well. Because I mean,
Yeah,
he's
I've seen that
going
too.
now. His mental faculties are fading now. He's
Well, and he's going to use his mental decline and his sickness as a reason to get out of jail. That's what I've always felt.
exactly.
So,
Oh yeah, me too. Yep, I've seen him going to some sort of medical facility for sure. But yeah, he's as Aspie said some time ago. Yeah, he's going to end up alone and penniless,
yeah.
and even more out of his mind. So.
All right. Well, I think we're done for questions. We've been on for almost 2 hours today.
Oh, wow. Aspie says his kids sure won't take care of him themselves.
No,
No,
no.
because he wouldn't take care of them.
No.
Yeah.
Going to shock people, the others that are involved. Right, Linda. Yeah, we're gonna see so
even
much
more ugly.
coming
I
out
know
next year.
I know. Even though it's been so ugly, it's just going to be worse. Like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
But this all happening in the States, I must say, I think it's awakening us here in Canada, and at least the people that are
Right.
awakened, right? To watch our politicians a lot more carefully too.
Yeah, and like I said before, I mean, everything, all this divisiveness and nasty rhetoric and all of that, it's going around worldwide. So I do see, with the happening in the U.S., it's being brought to a lot of other countries' attention.
Yeah, exactly. But
right.
yeah, I am really fearing. I mean, I'm not trying to be elitist here, but I am.
Mm-hmm.
It just surprises me how dumb people are. Not everybody, but there's just such a big portion of people that just drink the Kool-Aid,
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is brainwashed too. I mean, it's just very sad.
Yeah. Very, very sad. Yeah, very sad.
Like a cult. It's like a cult mentality. I don't know. It's sad.
Oh yeah, definitely it is. He's got the qualities of a cult leader for sure. In fact, there was somebody on, I think it was CNN, that was talking about that. In fact, it was a politician. I think it was a representative. I forget his name. And he said he was reading books on cult leaders, on cults, and he said, "Yep, he ticks all the boxes." Anyways, thank you, Kevin. I really enjoyed this and enjoyed doing political readings for
I always
change.
enjoy reading with you.
I love doing. Yeah, I love reading with you, and it was nice just to chit chat and that kind of stuff. And of course, I love our people and in the chat, and people that, of course, are going to watch this later. Of course, please, if you haven't liked and subscribed to Kevin's channel, do it now when you're going out the door. Okay.
Thank you.
And you could sneak one in for me too.
Yeah. My mom's in the house, which is kind of interesting because I haven't seen her in my chat before, but she said hello. So I gave her a shout out.
Oh yeah. What's her name in the chat?
Loretta Bradler.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure most of the people watching are probably already subscribed to your channel, Sharon. But if you're not, please go over to Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot and subscribe. And please help support Sharon. She's a wonderful reader. I do have both of our emails in the description box if anybody's interested in a private reading. We both do private readings.
Mm-hmm.
So you can reach out to that. I'm just going to go over a couple.
I'm trying to get more into that. I've already started doing private readings, and they've gone really, really well. I've been very pleased with it.
Let me see.
Tracy says, "Hello, Loretta. Your son is very gifted."
Oh, it's very sweet.
And Aspie says, "Hi, Kevin's mom. You did good."
But I do want to announce that I'm doing a collab with Mel on his channel, Mel Door, on Thursday, which I'm really excited about.
So exciting. That is so exciting.
He reached out to me shortly after I started my channel, and I just didn't really feel I wanted my channel to grow somewhat organically before it took off.
Right.
And because starting my own channel was definitely out of my comfort zone. I just wanted it to grow a little bit before I really worked on really growing it. So with that being said,
put in a good word for me. Would be lovely if we could do a trio with him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And with that being said, I'm 50 off from hitting my 1,000 subscriber mark. So once I do, I will be giving away 2 free 30-minute readings once I hit that. So I'm thinking
I'm doing the same thing. I have a ways to go.
Probably at the end of this week, I'll be posting something about it. You said that you're giving away readings as well?
Yeah, I'll be giving away readings too, but I haven't been on much. I'm just kind of really starting that, with the holidays and everything, I'm really, really, up and going now. And so I'm a long way away. I think I might give away a reading at 500.
Nice.
Maybe 2 readings. Yeah, I could give away 2 readings when I get hit 500.
Well, you're not too far from there either, are you? 500?
I'm not that. I think I'm at 270 or 280, something like that.
Okay.
There was a flurry at the beginning, but as I said, I
It's
haven't been doing much because of very well new, and I was taking care of my daughter, and then the holidays and that sort of thing. So it was slow to go, but I also, as I said, I really we got to do another collab with Gerald, the 2 of us, because that was fantastic.
Wonderful. Yeah, we were getting hit after hit on that. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, what? Tracy, you're Canadian. You're supposed to have my back.
Said not nice.
He says, "No, Kevin, leave Sharon at home." No. I mean, I'm not
Nobody
putting
put
on
Sharon
this
in the
collab
corner.
he's having with Mal.
No one put Sharon
Susie
in the corner.
Philly is up now. No. Besides, the nasty women thing is where I do all my nasty. I only do it a bit, when I'm on other people's channels or on my new
You're a little
channels.
bit more behaved on your Strawberry Rhubarb.
Oh, much more. Yeah, much more.
Yes.
Well, my partner in crime, she eggs me on.
Right. So yes, anyway, I'm really excited to work with Mel. We're doing something on his channel on Thursday, so that should be up. And whenever the readings. Oh, I did change my name a little bit too. I dropped the tarot at the end just because I felt like my channel name was getting a little bit too long. But it's just Kevin Loving Vibrations now. So besides that, I don't have any more announcements. Is there anything that you need to announce for your channel, Sharon?
Oh, just I'm having a lot more. I will be doing a live stream this coming Saturday. I'm just working on who the guests are. I mean, I have a few. We're talking, but we haven't been able to hammer it down just yet.
Got it.
But I'm definitely going on Saturday. Oh, and of course, Lisa and I are going on tonight at 4 o'clock Pacific
Nasty Women
Standard Time. Nasty Women, Tuesday Lounge Tarot. And then on Thursday at, I believe it's 6 or 6:30. Just let me check my phone. Yeah, we have a collab with, at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We have a collab with Jen's World Tarot and Susan Lynn,
Oh, nice. I love that
psychic.
energy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want
So, oh, yeah. So, when they do their comedy night, well, we're joining them on their comedy night. So, can you imagine the four of us together? It's going to
yeah,
be,
I'm sure that's going to be filled with a
it's
bunch
going to
of
be like,
laughs.
yeah, it's going to be like EQ and Sonia, right? It's going to be pretty, pretty funny. Now, Deb C says about me being on other people's channels and my own channel. She says that I fake behaving.
Oh. Well, I'll just say I think I've been on your channel twice and on the Strawberry Rhubarb. I haven't been on Nasty Woman, but I do feel like you are a little bit more behaved on Strawberry Rhubarb without
Oh,
Lisa
much more.
there to egg you on.
Well, also, I just wanted a different energy to the
Right.
channel, that's all, because we have that. And, we've both got our own channels where we're doing, doing our own thing, which is fabulous.
Yes.
And, but we're keeping the nasty. And it just gives a lot more of that too. Also, when I was on with you and Gerald last Saturday night, I was too busy to misbehave.
Right. And it's so hard too when you're running your own channel and keeping up with the chat and starring stuff and doing all that while giving greetings. It's a lot of work to really be on
It
top of
is.
everything.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. So tonight, Tuesday, the Nasty Women. Thursdays with, as I say, Susan Lynn, psychic, and Jen's World. And then Saturday, I'm doing one. And then Sunday, of course, I kind of have a semi-regular gig with, and you too, with Kathy's guided
Yes.
guided light tarot. So yeah, getting pretty busy.
Right. And I feel like last week I was really busy. I had the week off from work, so trying to recoup and everything from being sick. I feel like I was doing so many collabs, but it was so much fun. I was glad that I was able to do
Oh
that.
yeah, I love doing collabs. So Susie in Philly is also subbed to the Nasty, and she says she'll sub to Sharon. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you.
And I do have her link in my description box, so it's easy. You can just click on it and
Kathy's
go
link?
over to subscribe. No, your link.
Oh, my link.
For,
Yeah, thanks.
Strawberry
Thanks.
Rhubarb. Yeah, I have it in the
Yeah,
description
and
box.
I've got it. And even though it doesn't say Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot at Gmail or whatever, I have it says my name. But that's another email that I just reserved for readings and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And, and stuff to do with YouTube. And of course I have the Nasty Women. You can also, if you don't remember, you can always shoot an email to nastywomentarot@gmail.com. Anyways, thank you, Kevin.
Well, thanks
This was
for
fantastic.
stopping by, Sharon. It's always so much fun reading with you. Like I said, go over to her channel and subscribe, and please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I'm sure me and you'll be working together again really soon, Sharon. So.
Oh, really soon. Yeah, absolutely. Probably as soon as Sunday.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and make sure to go to Nasty Woman later tonight. We'll see you all later. Bye.